Hey, welcome to Costa Rica. Here we are in the kind of mountainous region south of San Jose at CATIE, C-A-T-I-E, the Center for Agricultural Research since 1942, I think they said. Here we go with some really interesting plants. We're just going to jump right into this beauty. It's like a little bit furry, kind of, and that is a tropical chestnut in the Artocarpus family. Here's a weird looking apple-y thing. Oh, it's softer. It's actually a little bit squishy. I thought it would be hard. Never heard of borojo before, have you? Here's some odd little creatures that are also a little bit softer than I thought. And here's one that's like squishy like a worm and really disgusting smelling. And you may have seen it before. That would be Noni. Very healthful. I had some on the Caribbean coast that was fermented, and that was actually decent. It took out some of the horrors of that one. Here's, I don't know if you know this one. These are, maybe you can put in the chat if you know what that might be. These beauties. Here's a different variety of the same thing. You've seen them before. You probably drank some this morning. That would be coffee. And this one is the Robusta. So here at CATIE, they have the fourth largest collection of varieties of coffee. Robusta from Africa, also from Africa, Liberica, Liberian coffee is the green one there. Here's the lipstick plant, also used for color, Annatto. It's a red coloring, Achiote. There's an unnamed, looks kind of like a tomato, but it's not. Here's Carraro. Cassia is a leguminous tree that puts out these megapods. There's a weird one that's a Tahitian chestnut. Very odd. That's maybe the insides of something like that, I'm not sure. Here's a heirloom Calabasa squash. Here's some ones that they're a little bit hard, not too squishy. It's something I've never seen or heard of before. Coahilote in the Bignoniaceae family. Seems to be a lot of them there. There's another cute little fuzzball. Naranjilla. There's some weird ones that are unnamed on the table here, and these like armadillo armored sort of pine coney lizard-like creatures. And here are some Black Sapote, Ebonaceae family. Here is another one I'm not familiar with, Araza. Oh, wait, I did eat some of these yesterday. It was somewhat sour, really. These look like guavas. That's a pineapple guava. That's a feijoa soloiana. Super delicious. And these are other kinds of guavas. These actually will grow in northern climates, the feijoa. There's a Solanum naranjilla. Oh, we looked at that one already. Here's just an oddball thrown in because it's an oddball. These are some peppers that are probably screaming hot. Those look like maybe bird peppers. That's a Scotch bonnet because it looks like a Scotch bonnet, right? Those are native to Jamaica. Scorching hot deliciousness. Another Bignoniaceae. Got a lot of common names. Calabash tree. And it's these big gourd. those are hard gourds, and these are still green, developing seeds inside. Here's some other sapote. This is the red sapote. These are delicious if you've ever had those. Here is a cinnamon apple in the sapote family. Huh. And then onward to Citruslandia. Various citrus critters. All shapes and sizes. And then we can go to paperbark. Oh, Melaleuca. Interesting. That's got some medicinal properties, but I never thought of using it as paper. And then Coco de Mono. They look like coconut shells. Huh. Mono is monkey. So, paradise nut or monkey pot. That's odd. Here is, these are passion fruits. Also, it's a Passiflora edulis known in Hawaii as lilikoi and in Mexico as maracuya. Super delicious innards there. That's a whole smattering of, is that a busted up monkey pot or something? I'm not sure. There's a beauty. Look at that color. Wow. Thevetia. Sure. Achiote. Sure, why not? And then you've seen star fruit in your local market, but where do they come from? Tropical areas. Verhoa carambola. Star fruit, okay. Sure. That's a sapote. What's that doing over here? It's got some achiote on it. And then we move into my favorite area, Theobroma cacao. And this is the second largest collection of cacao in the world at CATIE. They have over 2,000 varieties, 2,200 varieties. The first largest collection, guess if you know who has the largest collection of cacao varieties in the world, what country? Put it in the messaging in the chat there below this video. Your best guess on Costa Rica having the second largest collection, and where would have the largest collection of Theobroma cacao. Now we're looking at Theobroma simiarum, cacao de mico, monkey cocoa. That's these guys. You never hear about that. I wonder if they're any good. They're Theobroma, so they must have something going on. So what's your guess on the second largest collection? Costa Rica has the first, Costa Rica has the second largest collection. Who has the first largest collection of varieties of Theobroma cacao in the world? What would you guess? Put it in the chat. Go ahead and guess. The largest collection of Theobroma cacao in the world is in the country of Trinidad and Tobago. How about that? The guy, I guess, started his collection there and continued it into the CATIE area of Costa Rica. And which is kind of funny because on the Caribbean coast they used to grow a lot of cacao, and they developed a fungus that it didn't kill the trees, the cacao trees, but the fruit would just rot out. All the seeds would be no good. So it was a fungus inside of the fruit, and I don't know how they developed that so especially and quickly, and only really just around Costa Rica. But it killed the cacao industry for a while, which is funny that they didn't have enough, choose another variety. You got 2,200 here to choose from, or the other guy with the over 3,000 in Trinidad Tobago. But they didn't, and so it's kind of like washed through now. Like they're not heavily producing like they used to. So it isn't as big of a problem. It's called what is it called? I just forgot. It's like being on the spot on video. Monilia is the disease that rots out the cacao. Look at these bird nests. It's like Chewbacca, if Chewbacca was a bird. Alright, and then they have these are really interesting. These little pond things that they made to catch water. And I can show you the map. And then, because, hey, it's me again, I wanted to show you all the fun things on the table, but then now we're going to go on a tour of the whole garden and the cacao and maybe the coffee area also. But here's the whole map of the jardin. We're going to go to this area and we'll probably see the coffee. I'm not too into coffee, but what was the cacao area is, well, they have collections of sapote and oh, it's really bright, and brightness makes me sneeze because I'm weird. And then here's the whole campus of CATIE. They have a huge lake. I guess they're doing like tilapia in there and stuff, but this is the original building from the 1940s, and the listing of all the things in the area. So alright, so that's sorry, blocking the camera. That's the conclusion of the initial tour. There's the medicinal garden we'll go to, and join me in the next videos, and I look forward to seeing you there.